Hi guys, and welcome to your 45-minute goddess power flow. So this is one of my favorites in the bundle. It really works to get the heart rate up, and yeah, it's a lovely class. Lots of power, but also lots of modifications, lots of different things that you can take. So I hope it's one that you enjoy. So coming down onto the mat, we're going to start the class kneeling. So just coming down and slowly shutting down the eyes, dropping down the chin. Maybe taking the hands to heart center. And just taking a couple of seconds here to drop down into the breath. Taking your awareness back to the inhales and the exhales. Maybe even finding a big releasing breath, inhaling through the nose. And exhaling through the mouth. Just letting it all go. Staying connected with that breath is going to really help today throughout the practice. It's just knowing that if there are any parts that we struggle with, any blockages that we come to through our breath, just come back to that slow inhale and that slow exhale. Gently starting to flutter open those eyes. We're going to take the hands out into a cactus shape. From here, we're just going to do some work to warm up through the forearms. So if you clench your hands, taking them into fists, and then just open them back out. We're just going to stay here repeating that motion just for around 30 seconds. And you might find that this is fatiguing and your arms get tired quite quickly. But just seeing if you can push through and keep going. It's a really great way to build up that strength in the arms. So the hands might start feeling strange. See if you can go a little bit faster. Just keep going. Staying with the breath as you go. One more big inhale through the nose. Exhale, release, take the hands down. Bringing the arms back up to cactus. Inhale here. Exhale, take the forearms, the hands together, drop the head. We're going to dome through the back. And then as we inhale, we open the arms out. Take the head to the sky, open up cactus. Almost like a seated cat-cow. Exhale, close, hands together, drop the head. Inhale, open out. 2 more times. Exhale, close. Inhale, open, shine the chest open through the throat. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. Cactus arms, reach the fingers. Exhale, close, take the head down, round through the back. Inhale slowly, just come up to kneeling. And then take the hands around. We're going to come into tabletop. So hips stacked above knees, shoulders stacked above wrists. And from here, just working some intuitive cat-cow. So traditionally, we drop through the belly, we lift the head. And then as we exhale, we curve through the back. And we let the head drop. So inhale, shine the chest, lift the head. Exhale, drop the belly. So either staying, working through this, or maybe finding some circles, maybe padding out through the hands. Checking in here with the body, call and response. So listening, asking the body what it needs, and then answering through your movement. And remembering that nobody is watching you here. It doesn't matter if the movement looks silly. Just do what feels good. So maybe you're stretching through the neck as well. If you've done circles, make sure you're going in both directions. Lovely. Coming up to neutral. And we're going to thread the needle here. So as we inhale, we're going to take the right arm up to the sky. Gaze to the hand. Exhale, take it back under, draw it through so the arms are reaching over to the left side. Inhale, we take it up to the right, gaze to the hand. Exhale, draw it through. Inhale up. Exhale. exhale through. One more time, inhale, take it up. Exhale, thread the needle. Inhale, bring it back to center. Exhale here. And then as we inhale, we come to the other side. Draw left arm up, take it to the sky, gaze to the hand. Exhale, thread it through. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. One more time, inhale, take it up, gaze to the fingertips. Exhale, draw it down, thread it through. Inhale, take it back to center. Tucking under the toes, taking the hips up and back, coming straight into our downward facing dog. Taking the time to pedal out here, move through the feet. Might be your first downward dog of the day, so the legs might be tight, so just pedaling through. Maybe even dropping down through the elbows as well. And then eventually finding a little bit of stillness here. Those heels are drawing down towards the mat. They don't have to get there. It's just an idea of where they're going. When you're ready, looking forwards to prepare. Inhaling, stepping and jumping. Feet to the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Uttanasana. Knees can take a slight bend here. Inhale, take the arms up to the sky. Urdhva. Exhale, hands come down through heart center. We're going to work through our sun salutations. We're going to take 3 rounds of sun salutation A. When we're ready, inhaling, taking the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. You take a bend in the knees. Inhale, halfway lift, find the space for the chest. Exhale, take the hands down, step the feet back to plank. Holding that plank here for a couple of seconds. And then dropping knees, untucking toes, lowering the chest down. Inhaling, baby cobra, lift the chest and the head. Exhale, push down through the hands, tuck under the toes, fly it back, downward facing dog. Now we've always got the option here to stay here or to take a child's pose. Check in, take a breather. If not, we're going to be working through some spinal rolls through most of our down dogs today. So as we inhale, we come up onto the toes, roll forwards as if we're coming into plank. Exhale, drop through the knees, push back. 2 more times. Inhaling forwards, exhaling back. Inhaling forwards, waving the body, exhale back. Lovely. Everyone meeting in that down dog if you took child's pose. Looking forwards to prepare. Inhaling, stepping or jumping feet to the hands, halfway lift. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward folds. Inhale, sweep the arms up, Urdhva, gaze to the fingertips. Exhale, hands come down through heart center. Taking that 2 more times. Inhale, sweep the arms up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, find space for the chest, halfway lift. Exhale, placing those hands down, stepping it back to plank, coming through knees and chest as before or dropping down through chaturanga. Inhale, baby cobra as before or up dog. Exhale, tuck under the toes, lie the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Option to pause, option to rest, check in, find some stillness, or come through those spinal rolls, rocking forwards, dropping the knees, pushing back. 2 more. Staying with that breath here. Moving in your own time, making sure you're connecting with the timing of your breath. Give everyone a second, so coming back to that downward facing dog. Looking forwards to prepare. Inhaling, stepping or jumping, feet to the hands, halfway lift. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward folds. Inhale, gaze to the hands. Exhale, draw them down through heart center. 1 more round. Inhale, take it up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, find the space. Exhale, plant the hands, step it back to your plank. Hold here, either coming down through knees and chest or working through your chaturanga. Inhale, baby cobra or up dog. Exhale, tuck under the toes, fly the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Taking the moment to pause, or once again coming through those rolls. Inhale, rocking forwards to plank. Exhale, push it back. Imagining that body like a wave. Last time. Push it back. Pausing here in your down dog, meeting us here if you were in your child's pose or taking a break. Looking forwards to prepare. Inhaling, stepping or jumping, feet to the hands, halfway lift. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, sweep the arms up, sweep that energy, gaze to the hands. Exhale, draw it down through heart center. Release the hands to the side, stand tall, Tadasana, gazes forwards. From our Tadasana, we're going to work into our standing section. So as we inhale, dropping through the knees, taking the arms up, finding Utkatasana. You might have feet hip distance apart here, or you might like to take feet together, knees together, whichever works. Inhaling, gazing up to those hands, exhaling, maybe seeing if you can drop a little bit lower. Breathing, staying with that breath, squeezing through the glutes, the legs, it will help, finding your drishti, your gaze point. And then taking the hands out in front, seeing if maybe you can drop the seat even lower. Staying connected to that breath, breathing in, breathing out. Exhale, take everything down, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, place the hands down, step the feet back to plank, work through your vinyasa, knees and chest or chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or baby cobra. Exhale, tuck under the toes, downward facing dog. Brilliant, guys, staying here. And we're going to take from here some variations. An up dog variation where we keep the toes tucked. So as we inhale, we roll forwards, drop the belly down, lift the chest, lift the head. So we're in up dog here, but our toes are tucked under. Exhale, take it back. Down dog. So I'm going to take 4 more of these. Inhale, take it forwards, gaze is up. Exhale, come back. Inhale, roll forwards, lift the chest, lift the head. Exhale, come back. 2 more times. Inhale, roll forwards. Exhale, roll back. Being careful of the spine here, so not dropping too low. Inhale, roll forwards, lift the head. Exhale, push back, down dog. Lovely. Everybody taking a little breather here. And then rocking forwards into our plank. Holding here. And just taking a second. We've got that back. Your upper back is lifting up towards the ceiling. Pushing through those hands, pushing through those toes. And we're going to roll over onto our left side. So feet are on a knife edge, take the arm up, find Vashisthasana, gaze to the hand. Option here to take that left leg down and find a modified variation, just like this. So whichever one works, gaze to the fingertips. Staying with that breath. Rolling back onto your plank, holding here for just a second. Inhaling. You can feel that core working already. Exhale, coming onto the other side, right side, taking the arm up. Gaze to the sky, Vashisthasana. Option to take that modified version if you want to. Breathing in, 1 more inhale. And then rolling on to plank. Lovely, everyone. Breathing here. Staying with the breath. Pushing it back, down dog. Inhale, take the right leg up to the sky. Exhale, draw the right leg forwards. From here, keeping the right leg grounded, taking left arm up, finding that easy twist. Breathing here. Staying with that breath. Exhale, taking the hand down. And then we're going to work round to coming onto that right foot into our Skandasana. So we're up kind of on the heel of the left foot, right foot is bent. You can be up on the toes here, you don't have to have the foot down. Option to either take that weight into the hands, maybe take the hands together. I'm trying to open through that chest, so taking the chest up as if it's looking to the left hand side. Breathing here. Option to find the bind if you do have it, taking right arm around the leg and then taking left hand behind, using left hand to grab hold of the right wrist, using that bind to open out through the chest. Taking a big breath in, big breath out. If you've got the bind, gently releasing, taking the hands in front, feeling into any wobbles, pushing up through that leg. We're going to come through our Prasarita, so taking the feet, long edges of the feet, to short edges of the mat, making sure we've got a nice wide stance here, hands maybe down on the mat, you might be slightly higher up, using the fingertips. Wherever you are, breathing in, inhaling, coming up, finding some length. Exhale, take it down, find the fold. Breathing here into the pose. Inhaling. And exhaling. Inhaling. And exhaling. And then as we inhale, we lift up onto the fingertips. Exhale, hands to the hips. Inhale, come up, rest of the way. Taking the feet out so that they're at an angle, bending through the knees, coming into goddess. To start off here, just taking hands onto the knees, just finding a gentle sway from side to side. So seeing how low you can drop here, and trying to keep everything engaged, so noticing if the ribs are flaring here. Just working through our bandhas, Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha, our core. Maybe even Jalandhara Bandha, dropping that chin down as you move here from side to side, finding that sway. And then we're going to take the hands up into that cactus position the same way we did before. Breathing, keeping the gaze forwards, keeping fingers engaged, toes engaged. And we're just going to pulse here for 20. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Straighten the legs, come up, take a breather. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Well done, guys, we're already working hard. We're going to bend through those knees again. Find goddess again, take the arms out. Exhale, draw everything back in. The same as we did at the start of the class. Inhale, we open through the chest, maybe take the gaze up to the sky. Exhale, we close everything down, bend through the back. Inhale, open out, cactus arms. Exhale, close, bring everything back together. One more time, inhaling, opening out, shining the chest. Exhale, close together, forward fold. Straightening the legs, taking the feet back to that Prasarita position, just taking the hands down and then using the hands to bend through the left knee, taking us into that Skandasana on the left side. So you might notice here that on one side you find Skandasana quite easy, on one side you find it a little bit more difficult. This is definitely my more difficult side. So either keeping those hands down, staying here, flexing through that right foot, taking hands to heart center, taking the chest over to the right hand side of the mat, shining it up. Or maybe you can find that bind, taking the arms around, grabbing hold. So feeling into any wobbles that you might have. If you've got the bind, it should be, she says, the right hand wrapping around the leg, and it will be, no, the left hand wrapping around the leg, and the left hand will be grabbing onto the right wrist. Taking that gaze up to the ceiling, breathing here for a second. Exhaling. If you've got the bind, gently releasing, taking the hands back out in front. We're going to walk them around. So we're pivoting to frame the back foot now. So we're facing the back of the mat. We've got right foot behind us, left foot in front. And we're going to inhale, see if we can come up. Find a high lunge here. Taking the arms up to the sky. Just finding a breath, lengthening up. Open out, find cactus here. Exhale, close together again. Inhale, open out, cactus. Exhale, close. Inhale, open out. Maybe you can find a baby back bend here, taking the head back. Exhale, close, come down, frame the foot. Taking that right hand down, grounding that into the mat, and we inhale, open, take the left arm up to the sky, gaze to the hand, easy twist. Breathing here, staying with that breath. Exhale, take it down, frame the foot. We're going to step left foot back to join right so that we're in that plank position again. And come through our vinyasa, so either coming through knees and chest, dropping down through chaturanga. Inhaling up dog or baby cobra. Exhale, tucking under those toes, flying the hips up and back, finding your downward facing dog. And from here, we're going to take those up dog, down dog variations again. So as we inhale, we roll forwards, drop through the belly, lift the head. Exhale, roll back, hips fly up. 4 more times. Inhaling forwards. Exhaling back. Inhaling forwards. Exhaling back. Roll the body as you go. Shine the chest, take the head up. Push back, down dog, 1 more time. Inhaling, rolling forwards. Exhaling, rolling back. From here, looking forwards, we're going to step or jump the feet to the hands into that halfway lift. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. You're going to inhale here, bend through the knees, take the arms up. You know what's coming, find our Utkatasana. Gazing up to the sky, fingers are reaching long. You might have the feet hip distance apart here. You might like to get that support. Bring the knees together, bring the feet together if that feels good. Gazing up to the sky. And then maybe you can drop a little bit lower, taking the hands out in front, taking the gaze forward, shifting the gaze. Maybe dropping the seat, you can come down a little bit more. Staying with the breath here, most important part. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhale. Exhale, find that forward fold. Whew. Breathing here. Brilliant, everyone. And then using that right foot, we're going to step the feet out again. Come to find our Prasarita Paratanasana again. So hands might be down on the mat, you might be up on the fingertips. So long edges of the feet, parallel to the short edges of the mat here, taking a nice wide stance. We're just going to stretch out. Inhaling, finding that length. Exhale, forward fold a little bit more. And then maybe taking that left hand over towards the right ankle, finding a stretch here, so taking both hands over. Maybe even opening out through that right hand. Gazing up to the sky, finding that stretch. Exhale, bring it down, back through center. And taking right hand over to the left ankle, maybe opening out through the left hand, taking that gaze up to the sky. Breathing here, always staying with that breath. Exhale, bring it down, back through center. Coming up, inhaling up to the fingertips, exhaling hands to the waist. Inhale, come all the way up, standing tall. Taking the hands here, interlacing them, pushing them up towards the sky. Exhale, draw it back down. And then taking those feet out again at an angle, we're going to come through to find our goddess again. So we're going to come down, bending through the knees, dropping down through the seats. Once again, taking those hands onto the knees, moving from side to side here. Just getting a nice stretch out. Lovely. And then seeing if you can, I'm going to inhale, take the arms up to cactus. An option here to take those pumps again. We're going to take 20 again. Or if you would like to, you can see, change my position slightly. See if you can come up on to the balls of the feet. So we're slightly higher up here. Maybe you can take the pulses up here. When we're ready, inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release the balls of the feet down. Straighten the legs, come up. Take a breather here, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Bend back through those knees. And we're going to come through that movement again. So inhale, exhale, bring forearms, hands together, round through the back. Inhale, open out cactus. Option to take this up on the heels as well if you would like. Give yourself a bit of an extra challenge. Exhale, close. Really feeling into the wobbles. Inhale, open out. Exhale, close. One more time. Inhale, open out. Exhale, draw everything back together. Drop through the heels. Take the arms down. Straighten through the legs. Taking a second here, we're going to come through our Prasarita again. So changing the angles of those feet so the toes are pointing forwards. Either taking hands with a reverse prayer behind the back, grabbing hold onto the elbows, or you can take an interlace through the fingers. Inhale, finding length. Exhale, forward fold. Oh, if those hands are in the interlace, allowing them to drop back over the head, finding that stretch through the shoulders. Breathing here. Nice big breaths in and out. That gaze is straight through the legs. On your next inhale, slowly rising up bit by bit. And taking the hands behind you, releasing them. And we're going to drop down again. We're going to come down. And we're going to swivel around to the front, so we're framing over that right foot so that we're facing the top of the mat again. Back toe is up. Inhale, we're going to find that high lunge again, facing the front of the mat this time. Hands reaching up to the ceiling. Inhale here, grow tall. Exhale. Inhale, open out. Find that cactus with the arms, maybe finding a baby back bend. Exhale, closing everything together. Inhale, opening out. Exhale and close. Inhale, open out. Exhale, close. Taking the hands down, stepping the foot back to plank, and we're going to work through our Vashisthasana again. So from here, rolling over onto the knife edge of the right foot, of the left foot I mean, taking the arm up. Breathing here, option to take that variation with the knee down. Holding, pushing up through those hands. On an exhale, rocking back into that plank. This time taking a second to breathe, then rolling over onto the right hand, right foot, knife edge, taking left arm up. Either you can keep the gaze down to the right hand or shift it up towards the sky, towards the left hand. Breathing, keeping the drishti, that gaze point. Oh, one more big inhale, everyone. Exhale, roll forwards onto plank. So we've got the toes tucked here. Last bit of power here. We're going to take some rocks backwards and forwards. So just 20 here. So on my count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So well done, guys, for pushing through that, for holding that, so staying in the plank. You've got options here. You can either come down through the belly, through the knees and chest, or chaturanga, or you can take a full vinyasa. So if you want to come through your chaturanga and inhale up, take your up dog or your baby cobra and come back through your down dog. Option is there. You can already be down on the belly if you want to. From down dog, looking forwards to prepare, and then rolling back down through the plank and lowering down onto the belly and down onto the mat. Taking the hands out in front and dropping the forehead. Just taking a second to relax here. Feet can be a little bit wider than hip distance apart if you'd like. Maybe taking those hips from side to side. Feeling into that motion. And then as we lift, we're going to inhale and find our cobra. So taking fingertips to the corners of the mats. They're a little bit wider than shoulders, a little bit further forward than they normally would be. As we inhale, we wave through the body, lift the chest, take the head up, gaze to the sky. Exhale, roll down. So 4 more of these. Inhaling up, arms don't have to fully straighten. Exhale, calm down. If you're finding this nice and easy and you want to be a little bit deeper, you can take the hands slightly nearer towards you. Inhale up, find that back bend, maybe even dropping the head back. Exhale, roll down 2 more times. Inhale, lift up. Exhale down, keeping everything switched on, everything active, glutes and legs. Last time. Inhale up. Exhale down. Releasing those hands and then taking them out in front of you. So we've got elbows stacked under shoulders, lifting the chest, lifting the head, finding Sphinx here. Taking the gaze forwards. Staying with that breath. Breathing in and out. Maybe bending in through that right leg. And taking right hand behind you, grabbing hold of the foot or the ankle and pulling it in, just deepening through this stretch. Really feeling it through the quads, through the quads, keeping the head lifted, gaze forwards. Stay with the breath. Exhale, release down. And maybe taking left knee in, bending, taking left hand behind you and deepening through the stretch. Keeping the head and the chest lifted, gaze forwards. Releasing down. And we're just going to push up through the hands. Coming up to a kneeling position. Taking the weight down. And just relaxing here, taking a second. So inhaling, we can take the arms out to cactus. So we're finding this shape again. And from here, we're going to take some easy twists from kneeling. So normally when we take a twist, we've got something to hold on to, but this is a much more active twist as we're not grabbing on, we're not binding with anything. So inhale, find the length. Exhale, twist from the waist, from the body, take everything round to the right. You might be able to take the gaze behind you. We want to be keeping those arms nice and open, so we're really twisting through the core here. Staying with the breath. Inhale, you might find a little bit of length. Exhale, you might be able to twist a little bit more. Keeping fingers active here. Noticing if the shoulders are hiking up, just seeing if you can gently release them down. Exhale, coming back through center. Lovely. Inhale, find length. Exhale, twisting round to the left. Taking the gaze behind you. Knowing that the twist here is going to be slightly less than when we normally do it with the hook around the knee. So just being okay with that. The gaze might come completely behind you. Inhaling, maybe finding a little bit of extra length. Exhaling, twist a little bit more. One more inhale. Exhale, come back round to center, dropping the hands down onto the knees. Working through a little bit of shoulder therapy here. So just taking the hands onto the shoulders and just making circles with the elbows. Unlocking out through the collarbone, through the back. Lovely. You might start off with the circles being quite small. Slowly make them bigger. And then working the other direction, changing direction, you might start these circles as big as they were before. And slowly, slowly make them smaller. Everyone gently releasing. Taking one hand up, so inhale, take the right arm up. Bend through the elbow, drop the hand behind. You can either take left hand onto the elbow and gently pull through, or you can take left hand behind you, find that bind with the fingers. I'll turn around so you can see. Just holding the stretch here. Still finding length through the spine, breathing in and out. And then when you're ready, releasing, gently switching over. So inhaling, taking left arm up, bending through that elbow, either taking the right hand or taking it behind you, finding that bind with the fingers. Keeping with the breath. Exhaling, slowly releasing here. Gonna come to take a quick child's pose. So lowering the body down, taking the forehead to the mat, reaching the fingertips out long in front. Breathing here as we start to slow down our practice. Staying connected to that inner energy, that inner prana that we've been cultivating today. Walking the hands over to the right hand side, finding a stretch and opening through the left side body. Maybe forehead stays down, maybe it's lifted up. Just walking those hands over as far as they will go. Walking them back through center and then over to the left. Stretching long. Staying with the breath here. Feeling the body almost crack open through the right hand side. And then walking them back through center. Slowly walking the hands towards you, coming back up, coming down onto the bum. And taking the legs out long in front. Flexing through those feet. And then just releasing the feet. I want you to release the shoulders. So trying here to actively just allow the body to melt a little bit. Inhale, we take the arms up, reach tall. Exhale, we cascade down, but you're allowed to have that bend through the back here. Don't worry about keeping the back straight. Don't worry about keeping the feet turned on. Just taking the hands either down to either side of the legs or maybe taking the hands onto the ankles. Just allowing the spine to curve, allowing the head to hang heavy. If you've got a block, you might even like to take your block onto your shins and just let your head flop down. Taking these moments to just start to unwind before we come to the end of our practice. Maybe even starting to shut down the eyes here. Imagining each part of the body just starting to slowly melt into the mat, into the earth. On an inhale, slowly lifting up. Removing the block or props if you do have one. And using the hands to just shimmy the bum down so we're more in the middle of the mat. And just lower down onto the back. Drawing the knees into the chest, just coming through some supine twist and neutralize out through that spine. So dropping the knees over to the left to start off with. Taking the arms out into that cactus shape again. Taking head over to the right. Closing down through those eyes. Seeing if you can just keep the shoulders grounded here. Noticing how the body is feeling after that practice. Noticing if the mind is wandering here as well. Just knowing you can always bring it back to breath, bring it back to that prana. focusing on those inhales and those exhales. When you're ready, drawing the knees back in through center, drawing the head back as well, and then dropping them over to the right, taking the head over to the left. Keeping the eyes closed. Keeping shoulders grounded. And then when you're ready, drawing everything back into the chest, your head forwards as well. Taking the hands onto the knees and just making some circles. So drawing the knees apart and around, away from you, and back together again. Taking 3 circles this way and then changing directions. So then we push the knees out, take them round and back. 2 more. And then releasing the hands down. So I'll give you a second here for Shavasana. I invite you to come into any position that you find comfortable today for Shavasana. So traditionally we take those legs out to the side, we drop the feet down, taking the hands to the side, palms up. I encourage you today to just get into the comfiest position. So either there if that's what you want, or maybe you'd like to come into a child's pose, like so. Maybe wrapping the arms around you. Maybe you'd like to be on your side or your back. So wherever it is, I'll give you 30 seconds to just get into wherever is comfortable, maybe adding on an extra layer, finding some warmth. And then wherever you are, just shutting down the eyes, dropping down into the breath. Staying with those inhales and those exhales. And if you could make yourself just 10% more comfortable here, what would you do? Would you grab a pillow? Would you grab another blanket? Would you take some final movement before finding some stillness? Maybe a stretch overhead or a roll through the shoulders. Whatever it is, I invite you to do it now. And then just allow the body to drop into that stillness. And it's so important that we take this time through our Shavasana to reset and restore. It's probably the most important part of our practice. And for some people it can feel quite counterintuitive to lie and do nothing. So I encourage you to just allow the body to fully rest. Allow the body to fully melt down. You are doing more here by doing nothing. Keeping with just this minute of quiet. If the mind wanders, just gently bringing the awareness back to the breath. Inhaling that amazing energy, that prana, working its way from the crown of the head all the way down to the tips of the toes. Nourishing the body, allowing the body to release. And as you exhale, just letting go of anything that isn't serving you. When you're ready, on your next inhale, rolling over onto your side, finding those little bits of movement again, maybe finding that stretch. Staying with of the breath. And then keeping the eyes closed, slowly coming up to a seated position. Taking your time, no rush. Palms of the hands coming together at heart center. Dropping the chin. And just saying a big thank you to yourself for practicing today. For finding that time to come to your mats. Taking one more big inhale through the nose. Exhale. Let it all out through the mouth. Slowly releasing hands, fluttering eyes open, taking them down in front, soft gaze. And coming back to the room. So thank you guys, I hope you enjoyed that practice today. Let me know over on Instagram if it was one that you enjoyed, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.